Previously on...
I just finished my pre-trip. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to go. I'm in Albany, Georgia at the terminal. So we gotta go across the street, pick up the load, and then we gotta go all the way to Cartersville, Georgia. It's a short haul run, nothing too crazy because they trying to get your girl home. I'm trying to go home because I got a doctor's appointment, okay? Food has been a false source of peace, and being alone in a truck without judgment, I crowned food the ruler of my comfort. I've been rejected in so many ways, even rejected at amusement parks because I don't fit the rides. So I made my own fun, and that involved eating. This isn't a before and after, it's the middle. It's the moment I rise, the moment I take back control. No more excuses, no more chains. I'm not fighting for a smaller body. I'm fighting for a stronger spirit. Yeah! And I refuse to give up. I don't care how many times I've started over. I'm ready for a lifestyle change, something new, something good. Because why wait until you are 600 pounds to decide enough is enough? Waking up is probably the hardest part because I love my sleep. But it's rewarding because I gotta get up and get the day started. It's time to eat. I'm not a kid, so I get to eat what I want, when I want, however much I want. And today, we're having pancakes before my doctor's appointment. My uncle, now he makes the best pancakes. So I try to make them like his, but nothing beats his pancakes or Cracker Barrel. I'm going to the doctor later today, so I decided to add a healthy side. I can tear up some yogurt with a splash of fruit because I don't know what the scale is going to say. I haven't weighed myself all year. Heck, probably years. And my eating has only gotten worse. But we have to start somewhere. So I want to take it back. Take it back to when I was just starting out, as a kid. What's up, y'all? Your girl is ready to go to the doctor's appointment, but I was looking back on these pictures and I was like, wow, Bree, live your life, okay? Because we thought we were so big back then. But time has a way of showing us the truth. As we grow older, wiser, heavier with life, we look back and realize we were just getting started. What felt so big then now seems so small, especially compared to what we've become. I was like, wow. During that time, I thought it was the hugest thing in class. But let's go ahead and talk about this doctor's appointment. Because I'm kind of nervous, only because I'm really putting my business out there. And I don't care about no hate comments or nothing. It's just to the point where if I see something negative, I'm just going to delete it. Because I don't want to see no hate comments. If I do see them, you just know it's going to get deleted. But I'm used to people talking stuff, so it doesn't hurt me as it used to. Like when I was growing up, I've been big all my life, or at least that's how it always felt. I come from a big family. And I ain't talking about height, baby. Even when I was young, active, playful, running around outside, dancing, playing sports, living life, I always carried a little more weight than others. Now, I don't remember my weight in elementary school, but I did feel like the biggest in the classroom. Whether that's true or not, that's how I felt personally. But that never stopped me from running around, getting into stuff, trying new things, playing sports. Because one thing about my grandma, she made sure we was active, very active.
Next we have Brianna Hutchins from Miss Rayner's second grade class. Dance along as they shake their tail feathers to the music by Cheetah Girls.
Oh, that was a cute throwback. So when you're young and you already feel different, being rejected hits deep. Every nah, you not my type. Every you cute for a big girl. Now, I wasn't bullied. I don't play that. But there was moments that did stick with me where I wish I spoke up for myself more. So I did what I knew how to do. I ate. I was raised to finish my plate because in our house, we don't waste food. So I did just that. Cleaned every plate. Went back for seconds when the food was good. And somewhere along the way, that became normal. Food made me feel good, even if only for a little while.
So Bree does eat quite a bit. At family dinner, she will get about 3 plates. And her sole reasoning of getting these 3 full plates is so she doesn't have to get back up to get seconds or thirds. I just want her to get healthy. I mean, we grew up together and I just really want to see her live a long life and for us to get old and do adulthood together.
I really started to despise how I looked. Like, I literally started taking scissors and started cutting where my stretch marks was at on this arm. But that hurt. It hurt. So I stopped. But I remember doing that. And I used to, like, throw up food. I only did that 3 times, though, so I'm not bulimic. I think that's what it's called. Bulimic. But I only did it 3 times. I threw up food after I eat it just so I could lose the weight and look better because I started to despise how I looked. But I didn't give up on myself. There was a time I really started focusing on me. Started getting active again, moving with purpose, caring about my health. I would eat to survive, not eat to live. I would work out in the morning before school, sign up each semester for female weight training versus gym class. I would play sports after school and work out when I got home. Sports were still top of my mind. I played basketball, even though I wasn't good at it like my sister. I was still good enough to make the team. Good enough to be out there yelling for the teammates. You know, hyping everybody up, giving it my all. But color guard and winter guard, that was my thing. That is where I found my passion. Something I was good at. Something that wasn't in my sister's shadow. Something that was mine. We both started losing weight, my sister and I, around the same time. People would say we look anorexic or sick, which is crazy because how you lose the weight and people still got something to say. But I didn't take it to heart or anything. I felt myself glow up just a little, mentally and physically. And then life hit me hard. My dad passed away 3 days before my birthday. We weren't super close, but I still loved him. It was a strange kind of pain, but still cherishing the memories I've had and feeling the loss heavy on my chest. That's how I ended up getting a car from him. And with that car came independence and choices. I have a job. I got a car so my grandma doesn't have to take me everywhere. And guess what? Guess what was around the corner? An ice cream shop. An ice cream shop right around my first job. The I deserve this mentality kicked in real quick. I was working hard, getting money, and treating myself every time I went on break, and sometimes when I clocked out. Food became my reward, an escape, a routine. But I didn't have the car for long. I wrecked it. Yeah, back then there was no Ubers for the teenagers, okay? You had to ask for rides. So I ended up with a little A to B car that I could use to get around town. Around this time, I started getting bigger, and I could see the weight creeping up, out of control even, no matter how hard I worked out. Nothing could stop me from overeating. It was like a body was moving, but my appetite was still leading. So gradually, toward the end of high school, I got bigger. Still active though, still showing up. Yeah, Bree still got it. She still got tricks up her sleeve since second grade. Don't play with her. But let's get back on track to finishing up high school. I graduated class secretary. I did the turning of the tassels at graduation.
Class of 10 and 16, you may now turn your tassels.
I had a whole moment. Graduation was a blast. And you know what we did afterwards? We ate. We ate good too. Graduation marked the start of a new life as an adult. And for the first time ever that summer, I didn't have any sports, any training, or any routines. I didn't have to get up early if I didn't want to. I had the whole summer to myself. And what did life become? Working and eating every day. But I was still close to the youth group, so we went on a mission trip to Puerto Rico, and that was amazing. I also got to eat there too. Other than that, I was getting ready for college. So again, another professor told me something. They said when you go to college, people only go for two things. That's to get the degree or marriage. I live my life like a movie, so why not both? Then came college, and let me tell you, that freedom hit different. I wasn't active anymore. I didn't have color guard, winter guard, or any movement to keep me going. I had school, stress, limited weekly meal plans, and ramen noodles. I came in freshman year at 200 pounds. I stayed to myself, and slowly but surely, I got bigger. Since I didn't play any sports, I thought the best thing would be for me to work as a basketball manager for the men's team. By sophomore year, I was 235 pounds, where I maintained, thinking I can get it off whenever I want, because I haven't tried, you know? I was fine until I went to Six Flags.
When we were all really young, it was always like a close-knit family. We always had like family gatherings and stuff.
Like, this being the biggest weight I've ever been at the time, I went to Six Flags, and I stood in line for the longest, trying to get on Goliath to have fun. You know, I didn't always go to Six Flags growing up. This was my one time going to Six Flags. I paid for it myself. I drove. Like, it was perfect. No issues. Stood in line, got all the way to the top. I'm looking at the seat, and I'm trying to sit down and fit. It don't close. It doesn't latch. So he says, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to ride this ride. After I stood in line for the longest. Now, I know safety is top priority, so I'm not sad about that. I'm just sad that I let my weight hinder me from having that enjoyable experience. I'm not scared of heights, so me not being able to ride that roller coaster made me cry. And then my friends that were with me, they was like, oh, we don't have to do it if you can. I was like, no, y'all stood in line. Y'all go have fun. So I'm the only one walking away from the roller coaster. And this little boy runs up and gets in my seat. And he's just so happy. And I'm just like, I wish I could have that experience. But no, I'm by myself crying. But that really opened my eyes to always look at the weight requirements. Since then, I will not ride a ride. I will not sit down in no chair. Like when you go buy them little chairs from Walmart, I need to know the weight capacity. A hammock on a cruise, I needed to know the weight capacity before I do anything. Then came the club phase. I was a broke college student with too many emotions and not enough outlets. So I turned up, partied. Escaped. When I wasn't working or studying, I was out with my friends, using drugs, alcohol, anything to distract me from what was really making me feel this way. I couldn't afford the food I wanted anymore, so I ate mostly at work and school, and the rest of the time, I numbed myself with whatever was free or cheap. And guess what? I lost weight without even trying. People started complimenting me, telling me how good I looked, but what they didn't know was that I was mentally exhausted, drained, malnourished, mentally and spiritually. My family literally thought I was on drugs. They make jokes about my black lips. Then COVID hit. So I came back home early. I graduated virtually, and that's when the real spiral started. I was depressed. The world shut down, and I did too. All I did was work and eat Eat at work, eat at home. Order out, snack late. Repeat. I gained over 100 pounds in 2 years. 100 pounds. And I tried to lose it over and over again. But I had no foundation, no plan. I never built a routine after high school to stay active. So every time I tried to start, I would start over. And I was tired of starting over from scratch. And I didn't even realize it at first, but because I wasn't looking in the mirror, I was just surviving. But I was also trying to pull myself out. I joined a plus-size sorority. Proud, bold, courageous women. We gave back to the community. We socialized. We uplifted one another. And little by little, they gave me light again. Helped me start crawling out of the depression. They didn't care if you were small or big. They just wanted to be there for you. It helped me joining the only plus-size sorority. Like, going through that experience was amazing. And I'm not active right now, but I will rejoin once I get my life back together. But to be honest, going through that experience was amazing and something I would never take for granted or regret. Now here I am, a truck driver.
It's heavy.
Give the camera.
For this life. All right. On to another way.
Next time y'all see me, I will have my own truck.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Stay tuned.
Okay. Money in my account, freedom on the road, but also access. Access to every drive-thru, every snack aisle, every craving I can fulfill on demand. Before, I worked to eat. Now, I eat just because I can, because I want to. And honestly, that scares me.
Bree has a doctor's appointment today, and I'm just really hoping that they'll give her the tools she needs to get healthy and to get on track.
So I'm at a point now where I can't keep doing this. I can't keep letting food lead my life. I can't keep ignoring my body while it's screaming for help. I can't keep trying to fill emotional voids with large fries and comfort meals, because what I'm really hungry for is healing. And the truth is, I wasn't even praying about it. I wasn't asking God to fix it. I was just trying to handle it on my own. But God still stepped in, like always. He convicted me in a quiet moment when I was full but still empty. He let me feel the weight, not just in my body, but in my spirit. He showed me that food has become a false comfort, an idol, a replacement for peace I can only get from Him. He reminded me, this isn't who you are, and this isn't where your story ends. That conviction didn't feel good at first, but it was necessary, because that's when I knew it was time to surrender and start again, but with Him leading this time. I told Him, God, I want to be strong like Moses. I want to be able to see, hear, and walk at 120 years old. And you know what He said? You can't even give up Chick-fil-A. I said, boy, stop. That hit me, because He was right. I wanted the strength of Moses, but I wasn't willing to give up the small comforts to get there. That's when I realized I was asking God for big results, but I wasn't willing to give up the small comforts. And that had to change. Baby, I'm 300 pounds. I am, and I feel it, okay? My back hurt. I can't stand for long. Why you think I gotta have a sit-down job? So no, this isn't a before and after story. Not yet. This is the middle. The messy middle. Where I'm learning, unlearning, and choosing to fight for the version of me I know is buried underneath these habits, this hurt, and the heavy. And if you're in the middle too, just know you're not alone. It's okay to start over. It's okay to choose yourself. It's okay to say, this time, I'm ready for real. And that's exactly where I'm at. I'm ready for real. Let's go get it. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you're out there growing, glowing, and walking in God's purpose. Peace.
On the next.
I was just at the 150 building, so now we have to go back. I got 10 minutes until my doctor's appointment, so this is why you always leave early.